Some breaking news, Uganda has said they're going to join the war for Israel. Well, last night, Uganda's military chief, for whatever reason, went on a complete rant on
For whatever reason, exactly.
Twitter, talking about Uganda wanting to join the war to support Israel. Now, I'm going to be honest, we actually have no idea why this military chief has come out overnight in so much support of Israel. They said, quote, any talk of destroying or defeating Israel will bring us into the war on the side of Israel.
Uganda's Chief of Defence Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, suggested that Uganda could enter the ongoing conflict between Israel and Iran in support of Israel.
Well, I know I might be boring you by talking about the same guy over and over again, ladies and gentlemen. And who is this guy? Muhoozi Kainerugaba, the commander of Uganda Defense Forces. I mean, we have a responsibility as Ugandans to talk to the world and tell them who this guy is. You know, they might take him seriously. And absolutely, they have to. And why are we supposed to? Why is it our responsibility to talk to the world? I mean, there's a saying in Uganda that goes like, "Nanyini mufu yakwata awaunya," which could easily be translated as the one who owns the body. If a person is dead, the one who has high stakes in that dead body is the one who touches or who holds the most stinky, smelly part. For example, if your husband died and probably he was, let's say, he was killed from somewhere, and they're telling you, hey, we need to carry this body from point A to B. You, who owns that husband that is dead now, you are responsible to carry the most stinky, smelly part. Okay? So, at this moment, we are Ugandans, and this man is embarrassing us on a global stage. We have to come out and be like, hey, this guy is a joke. He's making a clown out of himself. Is detached from the reality, is the true personification and manifestation of a Napo baby. But that doesn't take away how dangerous he is. I mean, we were here all wondering about the whereabouts of one of Bobi Wine's bodyguard, my friend Ed Mutwe, only for the man who, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, posting on his social media platform saying, hey, I've been keeping him in my basement and I've been torturing him. So, despite of the fact that he's a complete joke, he's a dangerous joke, okay? So we have to tell the world. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so what am I talking about? Ever since this guy, our CDF, boldly suggested that Uganda could stand shoulder to shoulder with Israel in its escalation tensions with Iran, his remarks really ignited a firestorm of global attention. He warned that any attempt to destroy Israel could pull Uganda into the conflict. He publicly declared himself on the side of Israel. Muhoozi thrust himself into headlines, starring both disbelief and controversy, but mostly mockery. The reaction has been swift and polarized. Critics in Uganda and observers abroad have really mocked the statement. They questioned how a nation with limited military capacity like Uganda could position itself in such high-stakes geopolitical confrontation. Meanwhile, within Uganda, many citizens, I've seen them on social media, have rushed with a mix of embarrassment and urgency, some pleading with Iran not to take the remarks seriously, others dismissing them as reckless, joking, or ill-considered. So, despite of all whatever he's doing, we might look at it as a joke. We need to continue telling the world, hey, don't take him seriously. He's a Napo baby. Now, here's the more news about Muhoozi.
Some breaking news, Uganda has said they're going to join the war for Israel. They said, quote, any talk of destroying or defeating Israel will bring us into the war on the side of Israel. Well, last night, Uganda's military chief, for whatever reason, went on a complete rant on
For whatever reason, exactly.
Twitter talking about Uganda wanting to join the war to support Israel. But it gets worse. He actually unveiled that Uganda offered Israel their support in the war against Iran already.
And for some reason, I want to know why they're using the video of the Prime Minister, a complete joke to Robin Anabanja here, while they're talking about Muhoozi. Do they know that the entire cabinet is a joke?
Said, quote, "We would have captured Tehran in 72 hours without any bombing." Seriously, he said that Uganda was open to invading Iran. And he also then said that Israel ignored them. And he said, quote, "But of course they never listened to a black man."
That sounds like racism to me. Oh, but of course they never listened to a black man. Jeez.
Why bomb people who support you? Now, I'm going to be honest, we actually have no idea why this military chief has come out overnight in so much support of Israel. A lot of these posts have actually been deleted since then. He also said,
well, I'll tell you why he's coming out, support for Israel. I'm going to explain here.
Quote, "We want the war in the Middle East to end now. The world is tired of it." That was probably one of the most sensible statements he made throughout the night. Now, we don't know whether he was drunk.
Yes, he was drunk. He's known to be a very, very, very terrible alcohol abuser.
Overnight, to be fair, and posting these tweets. Or we don't know whether he was being serious and he just lashed out against Iran, and Uganda actually hates Iran. Truthfully, we have no idea, but I can't imagine in any way how Uganda would even be able to fathom supporting Israel militarily. Like, logistically, how on earth would it work?
Exactly.
It just wouldn't. It wouldn't surprise me if Israel had just paid Uganda like $1 billion in order for them to just come out and say this and cause so much media chaos. And so maybe by reporting this, I'm falling for what Israel wanted. I don't know.
Maybe.
All we know is that the chief of the military in Uganda, who's basically in charge of the country, came out overnight talking all of this support for Israel and how much he hates Iran, and how Uganda has actually militarily offered their support to Israel and offered to invade Iran and take Iran hostage. I mean, this is crazy, but it's something you need to know about because it seems he was serious. And so, I'm sure Uganda isn't going to do anything, but leave me a follow, because if they do, as I would be for anything, I'm going to keep you up to date on all the global news that you need to know about.
It's a complete joke. And I'll do the same here, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a follow. Now, that guy might be wondering why Uganda is behaving that way. I'll tell you this. Ladies and gentlemen, Muhoozi Kainerugaba is afraid of what the Senate Foreign Relations Committee said a few months ago when he came out and said that, the U.S. was violating or disrespecting the bilateral relationship between Uganda and the U.S., and that he was asking for this. He ended up apologizing. I'll read you what he said here. He said, "Fellow Ugandans, because of the present situation where an opposition leader kidnapped himself and is missing, and according to our best intelligence, did all this in coordination with the current administration at the U.S. Embassy in our country, we as UPDF, the Uganda People's Defense Force, suspend all cooperation with the current administration at the embassy in Kampala. This includes our work in Somalia." Then he went on to say, "The precious security cooperation between Uganda and the U.S. has been undermined for a decade now, since 2015, by unimaginative bureaucrats at the embassy. This is in spite of the excellent political relations between the two countries." Then it just took a few minutes, then he says, "Oh, I am sorry. I want to apologize to our great friends, the U.S., for my earlier tweets that I have now deleted. I was being fed with wrong information. I have spoken with the U.S. ambassador to our country, and everything is okay. We are going to continue our military cooperation as usual." Remember, it is the same military cooperation and the relationship that had been violated for how many? More than a decade? 2015, that's what he said. But, when he made those tweets, then you had the Senate Foreign Relations Committee chair, Jim Risch, who came out and said, "Commander Muhoozi Kainerugaba has crossed a red line, and now the U.S. must reevaluate its security partnership, which includes sanctions and military cooperation with Uganda. The president's son and likely successor cannot just delete tweets and issue hollow apologies. This U.S. will not tolerate this level of instability and recklessness when American personnel, U.S. interests, and innocent lives in the region are at stake." So he knows that the U.S. was planning to sanction him. So now he's trying to sort of show support to Israel so that U.S. is able to notice, and then he can get into their good graces. That's why he's doing this. There's no way, in any way whatsoever, Muhoozi Kainerugaba even is bringing himself to thinking that Uganda can get involved in Iran war, unless he means or sending our men and women to go and fight in that war. They've done that in the Iraq war, and to mention but a few. But if he says, "Oh, we want to go head to head with Iran," are you kidding me? Okay, that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. We've still got more news about Muhoozi's drama and craziness. This is YION News reporting about this.
Uganda's Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhuzi Kainerugaba suggested that Uganda could enter the ongoing conflict between Israel and Iran in support of Israel. His remarks come amid raging regional tensions following recent US and Israeli strikes on Iran and subsequent retaliatory attacks. General Muhuzi, who is also the son of Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni, said on X, and I quote, "We want the war in West Asia to end now. The world is tired of it. But any talk of destroying or defeating Israel will bring us into the war on the side of Israel." Kainerugaba has also drawn in attention in recent weeks for announcing plans to erect a statue honoring Yonatan Netanyahu, the brother of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Yonatan was killed while leading Israeli commandos during the 1976 hostage rescue in Uganda. The West Asia conflict has intensified since late February, with continued exchanges of drone and missile strikes involving Israel, US and Iran, as well as impacts across neighboring countries. Despite South Africa accusing Israel of genocide in a landmark case with the International Court of...
Well, you get here now that giving you details about the ongoing war. Well, you get this, ladies and gentlemen. Don't take Muhoozi seriously. He's a complete joke. If he really wanted to make news, he did. I'll show you how everyone was reporting about Muhoozi Kainerugaba. But before I do that, I will have to show you how they are mocking us. Oh my God. They said this is our missile. And read the name on this missile. Not clear. AI. With a Ugandan flag. That's so funny. Let's watch it. Let's watch it one more time. They're trying to imply that this is the UPDF, okay? This is UPDF getting ready to attack or defend itself from Iran. Oh my God. Oh gosh. They made fun of us. And then you had these guys saying that this is Uganda's Iron Dome or Patriot air defense missile. They're telling us good luck. Okay. But I was saying about if he really wanted to make news for himself, he really did. You have to understand the level of madness of this man, Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Okay. Let me show you how everywhere it was Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Look at here. Jerusalem Post, that's Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Headline, Drop Site News, it is Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Then you have Marionofo, Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Then you have Mossad Community, Muhoozi. You have these other folks, who are these? Clash Report, again, Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Almost everywhere it was Muhoozi Kainerugaba making news across the world. But the one thing that is really constant is these are the comments when you open all these posts and try to see how Uganda is being mocked, ridiculed, made fun of. You cannot believe. Look at this. They say Uganda Uganda's advanced THAD-2 system shot down Iranian ballistic missile, a show of support the Israel people will long remember. Here are the latest visuals. Oh my God. Jeez. Why? Why are we deserving this? And they were exposing us on how we rank. According to the 2026 Global Firepower Index, there's a massive gap in their overall standing. Uganda is on 107 and Iran in 16th. Okay. More of how these people are making fun of us. You have all these emojis and gifs or people laughing. Then you have this one. This one says, this is Uganda's Air Force for reference. Of course, this is a complete joke. This is not Uganda. Actually, the flag might be Ghana or something. Okay, what happened to that guy? I don't know. Don't ask me. And then you still had more. What's going on here? Geez, you can go and they said over talking nonsense will land them in problems. Alcohol has never helped anyone. See what Muhoozi the drunkard has turned into. Very useless. Okay, you had all these people mocking us and oh my God, oh my Lord, Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Okay, Uganda helping Israel to win Iran. This is so funny. I've always laughed at this. Look at this guy. He's doing nothing. That's what Uganda is going to be doing. Oh, refreshment. Exactly. That's Uganda for you, ladies and gentlemen. If it's going to help Iran, that's what it's going to do, okay? And then you have this one, which I found it very funny. This is the fool I was telling you about, and I'm referring to Muhoozi Kainerugaba. I mean, we were made fun of, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And then they said, give him a drink, he will have a different opinion. Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not making this commentary to, only enjoy the mockery and the jokes from the internet, but to talk to the world out there. Muhoozi, don't take him seriously. He might want to support Iran, but we don't have the capacity to do so. We don't have the capacity as a country. He's dangerous. He's myopic. He doesn't care. I mean, we're talking about a person who brags about killing people. I mean, like literally killing people. This is when he ordered the raid onto the house of his father's political opponent, subjected his wife, the wife of Bobby Wine, to this. This man has bragged about killing people, like literally killing people. I think I had something where he explicitly said he was getting ready to kill Bobby Wine. I mean, he's dangerous, but don't take whatever he says seriously. Know that sometimes he's operating under the influence of something. The influence of something, you all know, alcohol. So, that's Muhoozi Kainerugaba embarrassing us on national stage. Let me know what you think. Should we ignore Muhoozi Kainerugaba? Do you still want more updates if Muhoozi Kainerugaba does that? Or we should just ignore him? I'll truly appreciate it. Hit the follow, like, and subscribe button. And please, hit that join button. You see that join thing on your YouTube? Make sure that you hit that, and I would truly appreciate. Let me know what you think. My name is Mordecai Barisa. See you. Bye-bye for now.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.